It's that time, y'all. Time for Big Boys Boxing.
If you think I'm a pussy, I'm a punk, you tell me right now. Because listen, I am the baddest man you ever fucking meet.
So that'll give a bit of energy.
What's going on, team? Hope everybody's doing well. I am Jono, your host, and this is Big Boys Boxing Casual. Casual as stream today. Just a bit of a yarn, a bit of a ramble while y'all are coming on in. Just got a few things on my stream here that I hadn't checked out beforehand, and I'm surprised they're even there. What the hell is this? Oh yeah, I see. That's alright. We're under control. Alright, so without further ado, we get over to Discord. Jump into the live chat. Fingers crossed. Yeah, Mike seems to be working alright. Alright, grab an invite link for anybody who might like to jump on in and have a yarn about anything boxing. So, copy the link. Excuse me. Get over to the Chatski and Dropski. That's in there. Here we go. Link to join panel. Paste. And it didn't work. Come on. Why aren't you letting me type in my own chat, you piece of crap? There we go. Link to join panel, paste that shizzle there, and put it to the top so it don't get lost. Pin, booyah. Alright. Oh, that's better. Maximize. Fills the screen then. Oh, look at that. It's magic. Alrighty, team. So, I was just doing a little bit of looking, and this final eliminator between Ajit Kabial and Martin Bakole hasn't been made yet. Now, interestingly, the IBF had scheduled a purse bid for November 5th. What's the date? Here in New Zealand, it's the 12th of November. What the hell? I didn't hear any news of any extension. Didn't hear any news that the fight's been made. So, I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. But that fight needs to happen. If I just bring y'all over to my browser here, you'll see this fight needs to happen for many reasons. Where's my browser? Scroll down. Chrome browser. There it is. Alright. So, we have the official rankings here. The IBF is obviously the one that matters the most. Here it is. IBF. And how they run it. The mandatory is, well, they usually have first and second rated in a final eliminator, but they reserve the top spot for the mandatory and the second spot for another mandatory the next in line. So Edgic Cabial at number 3 and Martin Bakole at number 4 have to fight for that number 1 spot. They could try and run a second one with Zhili Zhang and Frank Sanchez for the second mandatory spot, but I don't think they'll bother. It's too far down the track. But if we come back over here to the WBC, that a fight between Edgic Cabial and Frank Sanchez was an eliminator, not a final eliminator. So I'm not sure why Tyson Fury is still ranked number 1 with the WBC. That doesn't make sense. He's coming off a loss. Edgic Cabial won an eliminator, so he should be ahead of him. But look, Martin Bakole's number 3 with the WBC as well. So the WBC could call an eliminator if they wanted to. However, what was the last mandatory for the WBC? I think it was Dillian White, wasn't it? They decided to make Dillian White the mandatory. And I don't think we've seen one since. No, we haven't. So there's that governing body there. They're quite highly ranked as well. But if we look here at the, what is this, WBA? Yep, WBA. We've got Martin Bakole at now we've got Michael Hunter at 3, which doesn't make any sense. WBA are fucked up. Lanier Pero, Edgic Cabial is down at number 5. I don't know how that makes sense. How is Edgic Cabial below Lanier Pero? Around the WBA are so bad. Fabio Wardley. What? They not even got Edgic Cabial in here. What the hell? Ortiz, Jarrell Miller. Ivan Doichko. Oh, for God's sake, WBA, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Don't even bother looking at the WBA rankings. What a waste of time. No wonder half of their constituents left to form the WBO. They're just too corrupt. So we've also got the WBO here as well. What do we got? Tyson Fury at number 1. Doesn't make sense. Zhili Zhang. That kind of makes sense. But I think Bakole should be above Zhang. Edgic Cabial was right next to Bakole with the WBO as well, but we know Joseph Parker is the interim champion there. So I'm not sure what's going on with this. It's pretty weird because the IBF are usually really strict with not only their mandatories but calling their purse bids and everything on time, on schedule all the time. So I'm not sure what's going on there. It seems a bit suspect. They must have asked for an extension to make the deal. The fight is proposed to be held in December, so we'll see what happens though. Interesting to say the least. Alright. Sign into chat. What the hell is this? Why is this coming up on my own channel? Seems stupid. YouTube chat. This action can't be. Ah, I know what it is. That's alright. I'm on my streaming site. The chat doesn't seem to work as well. Let's just close the chat on my streaming software and look at the chat and YouTube. There we go. Now I can see it and I can type in there. Alright, so saying nobody watching. Chat rate, I don't know what half the shit is. But anyways, Hopefully the stream's still actually working. Huh. I better go and check actually. Is this damn thing working? Let me see. Let me check the shizzle my nizzle. So the other interesting thing is it looks like Anthony Joshua. Don't want no bar of that rematch. Finally he's listening to fans to a degree, because I don't think anybody wants to see Joshua jump straight back in there with Dubois and get the bash again. I don't think that's clever. And if we're being real, Joshua's probably only got 2 or 3 fights left in his career. He's been pretty active for most of his career, and hopefully this isn't going to give an echo. Give me a sec. See if it's working. Oh, there's a hole. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Come on, computer.
Why Crazy Domains? Crazy Domains.
God damn. Some crazy ass shit going on here with this. No one in the chat telling me it's alright. Right, we'll have to do the check myself. No one in the chat telling me it's alright. No, seems to be going alright. That's fine. If it's going, it's going. Alright, so Daniel Dubois' next opponent is another one to look at, right? So who would we like to see him fight? He's not going to be fighting Joshua, right? He is the he's the IBF champion. Everybody looks straight at the ratings, which is the first logical step to take, but Ajit Kabiel's busy with Martin Bakole at 3 and 4. 1 and 2 aren't filled. Zhilei Zhang. Daniel Dubois v Zhilei Zhang. That's actually a pretty interesting fight. Well, it would be for the first 5 rounds. Zhilei Zhang's looking for a fight. Apparently, the Joseph Parker rematch ain't gonna happen anymore, says Joseph Parker. I don't know what the dealio was with that. At the time, Zhilei Zhang was the WBO interim champion, so if he was going to have a rematch, it should have been an immediate rematch, but he's had another fight since then, so I think his rights to that match might be gone. Next is Frank Sanchez. He's coming off a loss to Ajit Kabiel. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Daniel Dubois v F.A. Jugba at number 7, maybe. It's an option, but what else is there? Anthony Joshua is down at number 8. We know that's not going to happen. He's already fought Hrgovic at number 9. Derek Chisora at number 10. Derek's on a high actually, and he makes good money with the crowds in the UK, so that would be a logical option. Derek Chisora versus Daniel Dubois, but I don't know if the IBF would let it go ahead. Maybe they would. He's inside the top 10. Well, he's number 10, so under that's Otto Wallen. No, I don't think that's a good idea for Otto fighting Daniel Dubois. Fabio Woodley at 12. It's a possibility, but I don't think Fabio is quite ready for that level yet. Under that's Jared Anderson. See, I want to see Jared Anderson. I've been wanting to see that fight for years. Fabio Woodley and Jared Anderson. That's a good fight. So, we better finish the top 15, I suppose. There's Guido Vianello, who's coming off a good win over Arslanbek Makhmudov. Could be a tick-over fight for Dubois. I think Vianello would get stopped in that fight, but he's got a big heart, and he seems to have a really good chin. The only time Guido's been stopped was on a cut. Johnny Rice stopped him. So it could be worth a look, but it wouldn't be a very good money maker. And the number 15 at Justice Hinney, he's fighting somebody actually, I can't remember who. It's organised. So out of those, I would say number 10 Derek Chisora would probably be the best out of the IBF options there as a money maker, makes the most sense. Or Zhilei Zhang at number 5. That would be interesting for 4 or 5 rounds. But see, Zhilei Zhang is a Queensbury fighter. I think Derek Chisora is as well, actually, at the moment. He signed up with Warren to take that fight against Joe Joyce, so Warren will have rights on him. So that makes sense for Warren to make that fight between either of those guys, Derek Chisora or Zhilei Zhang. But the one I would like to see most, I think would be quite interesting, would be WBO interim champion Joseph Parker against Daniel Dubois. Now, I think this fight was actually supposed to happen before all these upsets happened. You know, I thought Joseph Parker was supposed to lose to Zhilei Zhang, and Daniel Dubois was supposed to lose to Anthony Joshua. And then once they'd both lost, they could have a comeback fight against each other. But turns out they both freaking won, didn't they? They both won. If Daniel Dubois did fight Joseph Parker and beat him, would that not give Daniel Dubois also the mandatory spot with the WBO? So he could force another undisputed fight against the winner of Fury Usyk in December. Now, Daniel was supposed to be fighting on the 22nd of February at the start of Riyadh season for this next one. So there's not forever to sort out an opponent. I think Joseph Parker's a good choice. And honestly, because Daniel Dubois is such a big puncher, right? We've seen what Joseph Parker can do to big punchers. He can make them reset all the time with his feints and his movement. He can make guys put their hands away. I don't know if he can make Dubois put his hands away, but he certainly has the skill and the movement to be able to make Daniel think twice about just throwing everything on his big punches. So I think it's a real interesting fight, and I would like to see it. And I think Joseph Parker does deserve it. Many could call me biased because I'm from New Zealand, but if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know that I don't favour Joseph Parker in any way. In actual fact, like I was saying with this fight, I thought it could be very tricky, and there's a possibility maybe Parker could get Daniel on points. But if I'm being real, I think the volume, coupled with the power, the young, hungry lion, is likely to stop Joseph Parker in the later rounds. He ain't going to slow down like a Zhilei Zhang. He ain't going to keep his hands put away all night like Deontay Wilder. So I think it's a real interesting fight, and not only because I think it's a good fight. Joseph Parker has fought a lot in the UK. The UK know who he is. He's a big name. He's been around for a long time. He's got a good experience against the big guys. So he will help draw a crowd to a UK fight for Daniel Dubois. So that's my thoughts on that one. We got Blackout in the house. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. What's good, bro? Long time. Yeah, man, life's pretty freaking hectic at the moment, I'll tell you. I've been doing some work for a guy, fixing his rental properties up, and he's decided not to pay me for 2 weeks, so I'm not going to fucking work until he pays me. It's just how it is. Rich prick pissed off to India for 10 days and decided he'll keep working while I'm away. Not without pay, I won't. punk ass. So I got a bit of time. I thought I'd just do a bit of a live and a bit of a random catch up and see what's going on with the heavyweight boys at the moment. Catch the playback tomorrow at work. Yeah, sweet, bro. All good, man. Thanks for dropping in anyway. Appreciate it. So yeah, I think Daniel Dubois Joseph Parker was a really good shout. Considering the other options, I mean, like I say, Zhili Zhang or Derek Chisora out of the IBF rankings. The other guys we want to see Daniel fight are all busy. And the other ones are either coming off losses or it's not really fights you want to see. Or they don't make sense. See, the Efe Ajagba one or Guido Vianello could make sense for good takeover fights, but they're not going to bring in huge crowds, I don't imagine. So it is what it is, yo. Now let me try to let's have another quick look here. Don't know why this chat isn't goddamn working. It's supposed to be coming up on the screen. I went through and did all my checks. Just let me have another quick look at one other thing here. Chat background, no. Chat box. It's there. Signed into the OBS. Oh, not OBS. Streamlabs. There's something going on here. I don't understand why it's not working. Just do some research afterwards, I go. Show the moderator badges. I don't even know what half this shit is. It's been so long since I've been doing streams and shit. It's I've forgotten how half of it works. Alright. So I better get over and have a look at the schedule. I don't think there's anything major happening this weekend. But hold on a sec. I just put this article up. I'll play the thing in a sec. Just let me find the right part of it. Next steps, blah 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 blah. I think that's wrong. Alright, we'll play the whole article. Y'all can have a listen to it. Oh, not the whole article, just... Oh, here we go. Here's the part I wanted. Here we go, I found it. Let's just play this part. Alright, listen up, y'all.
Bicol, who is originally from the Democratic Republic of Congo but is now based in Scotland, has only lost once in his 22-fight career, a 10th round TKO at the hands of Michael Hunter in October 2018. Since then, the 31-year-old has racked up several wins, beating the likes of Mariusz Wach and Sergey Kuzmin, but it was his 2022 majority decision upset over Tony Yoka that really kick-started his career.
That wasn't the part. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, this part. Hopefully this is the right part. Go Google.
Bicol and Cabale have yet to reach a deal, so the governing body took the next step on Monday by scheduling a purse bid hearing for Bicol versus Cabale on November 5th. Any promoter registered with the IBF can lodge a bid. The minimum amount is $200,000. The two sides can still reach an agreement up to 15 minutes before the bids are unsealed. Because both boxers fought their last two fights on Saudi Arabia-backed Riyadh season cards, this is a possibility.
So there you go. There's that official information. And when was this article released? October 29th, 2024. So, it's pretty recent. Why haven't they had the purse bid? I need some information. It's a major fight. Anyway, out of there. We're going to BoxRec now and see what scheduled fights are on for this weekend, if any. I don't think there's any major heavyweight fights until Fury Usyk. It's also got a Talma v McKean on it, but there is schedule. There's Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen at some point. That's coming up. That might be this weekend. I'll find out in a sec. Divisions. Locations or divisions. No, we want heavyweight. Submit. Alright, so I'm just trying to read a country's, one of those countries with all the consonants in it. There's a heavyweight fights on Wednesday. There's something on Friday. Don't know the dudes though. It's in Mexico. Oh, here's a televised one. Oh, the Mike Tyson fight with Jake Paul is on this weekend. It's on Friday in America, and it's free on Netflix, y'all. It's free on Netflix. So that'll be Saturday in New Zealand. Saturday lunchtime-ish. I imagine it starts at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Okay. I don't think there's any other heavyweight fights on that card. Doesn't say there is. No, there's not. I might have a look into that card further through. What else we got here? Looks like a Cuban flag on Saturday, but it's not Cuba. Le Bon? Where the fuck is that? I mean, where the fudge is that? I don't even know what the country is. Looks like a Cuban flag, sorta, but it's not. Hasn't got the stars on it. I don't know. Don't care. Not seeing any names I know anyway. They all look like small fights. Oh, Germany's got a card on Saturday. They're pretty reliable for heavyweights. But 4-rounders, 6-rounders, no good. Don't know where that one is. Don't know the flag. Don't know the name. Sean Miller, 18-7. Yeah, who cares? There's a Russian card on. No, I don't know these dudes either. Come on, there's got to be something for heavyweight decent on this weekend. Besides the... Oh, Pavel Sauer is fighting this weekend. He's currently 19-25 with no draws. His record's really gone south. It's only a 4-rounder, and he's fighting some dude called Martin Pink, P-I-N-C, or Pince, who's 3-0. There's also another heavyweight fight on that card. Mark Balaz, B-A-L-A-Z. He's 1-2 in a 4-rounder against Alex Knet. KMET. I don't know. He's one of those. Anyway, who cares? Come on, there's got to be something decent on this weekend for the heavies. Oh, we got a Korean card on. Don't know who the dudes are. Debuts, 4-rounders. Yeah, 2 debuts. Come on, there's got to be something, man. No, don't know that dude. Alright, we got a UK. Peter Naylor, who is 7-0, is fighting in a 10-rounder against Lewis Wright. I don't know who Lewis Wright is. He's also 6-0. So both of them, Lewis Wright is ranked 197th in the world on BoxRec, and Peter Naylor is 281. This is going to be for the British Board of Control Central Area Heavyweight title, which is vacant. There's no listed media for it. Just let me see. I'll find out what the main event is, and that might give us an idea. The promoter is Pat Barrett, Black Flash Promotions, and the main event is Charlotte Powell. It's a women's fight, taking on Gemma Rugg, Ruegg. She's a rug muncher. Yeah, that Peter Naylor's the co-main, so no televised for that, unfortunately. There's got to be something better on the UK. Here we go. What's this? Maddie Harris, 7-1 in a 6-rounder, taking on the almighty TBA. Once again, no televised, no media listed for the event. So we move on to the States. We have, Charles Martin's in action. Had no freaking idea. Okay, he's fighting in an 8-rounder against Matthew McConaughey. Okay. 17-8 with 3 draws, McConaughey. Okay. Still no listed freaking media for that one. I want to see that one. There's another heavyweight fight on there as well. Jet Blackwell, who's 3-0 with 1 draw, is in a 6-rounder against Robert, how do we say this one? Salinas, Salinas, who's 2-1. There's got to be listed media. Show me. Charles Martin is on there. Where's the promoter? Patrick Regan. Westside Promotions, along with, how do we say that one? Bejahan. Behan, I'll say. Behan Razi, Westside Promotions. So they're both hooked together. There's still no listed promoter for that as well. That sucks. Charles Martin should be on TV. Really? Shouldn't he? Alright. Okay, here's a listed media one. It's gonna be on the Zone. It's in America. Bruce Seldon Jr. What the hell? Have I got this right? Yep. Bruce Seldon Jr. Didn't know. He was a heavyweight. He's 3-0, 4-rounder, taking on Julio Mendoza. Julio. Julio. That's Julio. Julio Mendoza, who's 3-4 and 3-4-0. Let's have a look at this event. Because it's televised, there should be some other stuff on there. Right, we got... What the hell? Why do you keep making these names that I can't read, man? Giacomo Michael. No, not Michael. Micheli. Michelli? Yeah, it must be. Giovanni Michelli. 8-0 and an 8-rounder for the main event against Ronald Burnett. Who's it? 11. Oh, Christ. Super lightweight for the main. Ah. Yeah, I'm not seeing many names on the zone card that I know, unfortunately. So it is what it is. Get to see some heavyweights, but I don't really know who they are. Or Bruce Seldon Jr. Yeah. There's another one here. Jason King. I don't know who that dude is. He's 3-0, 4-rounder, taking on Carl Brook Walker, who's on debut. Don't know. It's not televised. Another not televised one. Harry Richard, 4-1, 4-rounder. Oh man, it's another slow weekend for heavyweights. Besides that, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. Marcus Smith. Don't know these dudes, man. Damian Raglan Jr. Oh, 4-rounders and 6-rounders. Oh, that's a 2-minute rounds. Okay. There ain't squat happening for heavies this weekend. Let me check page 2. Maybe we'll be surprised. Come on. Load up. Load up. Here we go. Another American card. Oh no, that's Tuesday the 19th. Okay. So there ain't much on for heavyweights this weekend, unfortunately. Hey, Phil Cole Roberts is in the house. Good to see you, bro. Hope you're well, mate. There is a YouTube channel called Westside Boxing TV. Does not look like the broadcast anything on there. Okay. Yeah, it was Westside Promotions was the name of that place that's got that Bruce Seldon. Was it Bruce Seldon? Bruce Seldon Jr. or something like that his name was. It's only a small amount of rounds fight anyway. So let me look it up. When's this Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen fight? Because that could be a little bit interesting, maybe. Let me see. Dave Allen Box Rec. Scooby-Doo. Dave Allen now is currently 23-6, 18 knockouts, 4 knockout losses, 2 draws. Huh? I don't remember 2 draws. Anyway, so he's fighting Johnny Fisher on the 21st. Huh. The day before. Curious, isn't it? Isn't Fury Usyk on the 22nd? Oh, hold on, what's this show? The main event of the show. What's going on here? The show. Oh, it is on the Usyk Fury undercard. Sweet, okay. We got Sergey Bohachuk's on there fighting Israel Madrimov. That'll be an interesting fight too. What are they? 154. Super welterweight. Got Isaac Low IQ on there. No stipulated amount of rounds fighting Lee McGregor. I don't know why that fight's on a rear card. Peter McGrail and Dennis McCann. Oh, that's going to be interesting. There's a lot of bad blood on that fight. They hate each other, those guys, so that's going to be fun to watch. And then we've got that Moses Atalma versus Dempsey McKean fight. That's going to be hella interesting. Dempsey's tough and Dempsey's tricky. As we saw, somebody who can punch. Couldn't get him out of there until the very last round. Hrgovic was lucky to get Dempsey out of there. Dempsey's a lot bigger than young Moses too. I think they've got Moses listed as 6'2" on Boxrec. I'm sure he's like 6'5". What do we got? His age 19. Southpaw. Yeah, they got it at 6'2.5". But hold on a sec. If I go over to Tapology, I'll bet you it's different. I'll bet you. Tapology seem to be a lot better with their stats in the last couple of years. Look, Moses. ITAUMA. Tapology. Moses Atalma Tapology. There we go. Come on, Google. Move, yes. What do we got here? So we got some last fight. He's born in Slovakia. I thought he was just had Slovakian roots, but he was born there. Shit, come on. Where's the things I want to say, man? Nickname not applicable. Current boxing streak 10 wins. Height. And look, see, they've got him at 6'6". 198 centimeters. I'm sure he's 6'5". You look at him next to Marius Wok, who's 6'7", 6'7.5", and you can tell he's shorter, but he's not 5 inches shorter, like Boxrec are implying. So it's funny sometimes. Fighters' measurements get exaggerated, and sometimes they go the other way. So I don't know, man. It's just interesting. What we got here, Phil? Oh, there was a west side. Yeah, okay, it's just some comment. Damn chat still ain't coming up for some reason. It's pissing me off. Oh, neither is the Discord thing. God damn, we have to fix that shit. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, look, I've got a camera out here. Got a fucking camera on. I'm not supposed to have my camera on. Is it even working? Oh yeah, it's working. It's just not pointing in the right place. Let's kill the camera. Douche. Alright, well, let me go and look at my mate's list that he makes up. Mr. Techophobe makes up good little lists of upcoming heavyweight fights and sends them to me on Discord. What do we got here? Moscow. Serena. Sazlinkov versus Hammer. Sazlinkov beat Hammer. Sazlinkov is the guy who beat Michael Hunter in a professional boxing match, not an exhibition. BoxRec don't list it, but Tapology do. Tapology are on the ball. BoxRec have dropped the ball big time, and they keep dropping shit. They're not even listing anything to do with the WBA anymore, which is crazy. I haven't got any more. Oh, what's this? Hold on. Here's the big list. Right, we've got Bennett. Oh, Bennett v. Webb. Yeah, Nick Webb had a comeback fight not too long ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. He was the underdog, but he beat this Bennett guy. I can't remember his first name. It was actually a pretty good performance for Nick Webb as a comeback, so that was good. Takam v. Schwartz never happened. I don't know what happened to that fight. It was supposed to happen. What else have we got here? Valetic versus Selleck. I think that was a German fight. Can't remember who won off the top of my head. Didn't get any coverage of it. Jamie Tekshiva and Linguist. Oh no, Franklin Ignatius. I don't know who won that fight either, actually. I think Tekshiva won it. Let me have a quick look at that, actually. I think Jamie TKV won that one. He did. Alright, what else have we got going on? Fury's height changes between fights, yeah. I guess must be determined by how much coke he snorts or something, I don't know. But one thing's for sure, in my eyes, Tyson Fury isn't actually 6'9", he's 6'8". Anthony Joshua is more like 6'7". But see, you look at back when Alexander Ustinov and Tyson Fury were going to fight, Alexander Ustinov is a legit 6'8", and Tyson Fury's slightly shorter than him. How is that? He's not 6'9". That's what it is. What are my thoughts on Warren signing with DAZN? Yeah, good move, man. DAZN are a global platform compared to BT Sport, where he was. It's not. Yeah, he did have the hookup with ESPN, but with Top Rank. I don't know if it was a Top Rank. I think it's more with Top Rank, and they have the contract for the ESPN, but ESPN would be taking a slice out of Frank to... Well, they might actually be paying Frank, but if Frank's contracted to DAZN, there's no worries about rights buying this and buying that and selling this and having to work with other promoters or whatnot as much, or other platforms. So I think it's a great move. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot more PBC guys end up over on DAZN as well, whether it be with Eddie or with Oscar, and possibly Frank now as well. You know, when PBC goes under, because it is going to go under, I imagine all of the Hispanic fighters will go to Oscar, because he knows how to make money with Mexican or Spanish background fighters. So the zone's where it's at for boxing. Simple as that. And most of the big promoters are there now. Well, all of the big promoters, aren't they? There's Queensbury, there's Matchroom, and there's Golden Boy. PBC's not a big platform anymore. Sky Boxer, oh God, what's his name? Ben Shalom. That dude's a freaking weasel. They need to get rid of that fool. He's not doing Boxer any favors, in my opinion. But yeah, Frank going with the zone, I really do think it's a good idea, man. And obviously so does he, as he wouldn't have done it. So I think that contract, I think he ends with BT in the middle of next year or something, but everything outside of the UK he can put on the zone. I guess this is just my assumption. I haven't read too much into it, but that's where boxing is. So makes sense to go where the fans are going to go, and it makes it better for us fans too. One subscription for a lot more of the big fights. We can put it all down to Turki Al Sheikh, really. If it wasn't for Turkey getting involved in making these great fights, putting them on the zone, Frank wouldn't have been, might not have been offered this sort of deal with the zone. So it's all upside as far as I can see, man. I see no Ben Shalom cards booked. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but I think he's pretty preoccupied at the moment with this Bacoli and Cabial thing. Because that purse bid was supposed to be on the 5th of November. We haven't heard of any extensions. They must be working hard to try and make that deal. So we'll see what happens there. I can't think of anything else that he's got on his plate. He hasn't got Fabio. He hasn't got anything to do with Fraser Clark won't be fighting for a little while. I mean, there's a few of the woman fighters he's got. He's got Chantal Cameron now, doesn't he? He's got that Welsh chick, what's her name? Natasha Jonas. He hasn't got, I don't think he's got Lawrence Okoli anymore, does he? No, he went somewhere else now. I don't know, man. Is Chris Eubank Jr.? Is that his biggest moneymaker fight? Moneymaker fighter at the moment? So, yeah, man. Ben Shalom's a little weasel. I just don't like the dude. Don't like him. He seemed to be alright when he first came on the scene, but then when he started making fights hard to make, or his fighters wouldn't fight on other platforms and whatnot. Let's face it, Ben Shalom, you are a mini promoter compared to the big boys. If you want your fighters to get good exposure, they need to go elsewhere. Because the zone is where boxing is at now. That's it. Straight and simple. Alright, so let me find something else to talk about. Boxing scene, let's see what the top stories are. There's got to be something worth looking at here. Ooh, Daniel Dubois and Tyson Fury are the two possible next fights for Anthony Joshua. No. What the fuck is this article about? Someone's talking shit here. Tyson Fury fights in December, win or lose, he won't be fighting in February. And that's when Daniel Dubois is going to be fighting next. 22nd of February is from what I hear. So maybe we'll just have a listen to this article and see what the dealio is. There'll be a lot of blah blah blah, but it'll give me a second to look at some other stuff while we're listening. So here we go, team. See what this article is about. Where's my thing gone? Oh, there's my thing.
Promoter Eddie Hearn is certain that when Anthony Joshua returns, it will be against Daniel Dubois or Tyson Fury. Hearn, speaking on the Ariel Helwani show, said Joshua, recovering from injuries sustained in his September Wembley blockbuster against Dubois, would not be ready to fight when Dubois makes his first title defense on February 22nd. He will either fight Daniel Dubois or Tyson Fury, Hearn told Helwani. They're the only two fights I see. He wanted to go ahead on February 22nd and fight Daniel Dubois and he just wouldn't have been 100%er. He's still got a couple of minor niggles from that fight. He can't start camp yet and he needs to now, if he's going to fight February 22. Instead, Hearn sees a return possibly late spring or early summer and, regardless of what happens in the Riyadh return between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury for the unified heavyweight titles, excluding Dubois' IBF belt, Hearn can still see Joshua and Fury fighting. You're going to see him Joshua around May or June time, and I think he's desperate to rematch Daniel Dubois, but obviously Tyson Fury win or lose December 21st it's going to be a fight that's very difficult to remove yourself from, admitted Hearn. Those two have to meet before it's all over. And that could be next. Win or lose. If Fury wins, absolutely fantastic. He could defend his World Unified Championship against Anthony Joshua. If he loses, it's the last dance for both. Either way it's compelling. I want Fury to win. I want Fury to be World Heavyweight Champion because that's what AJ wants, to try and become a 3-time World Heavyweight Champion. That's why he wants to rematch Dubois, because there is a shot at the world title there. If Fury can win, and we can make the AJ fight, that would definitely be my preferred route, but we'll see what happens December 21. Fury Joshua, though it should have happened by now, is still too big to miss out on, meaning both could come in off losses and it would still do huge numbers, particularly in the UK. Look, it breaks all records. It's just... I can't even tell you. 2 million pay-per-view buys. Obviously, they sell out at Wembley, but obviously His Excellency's involved and will want to make sure that a fight like that could land in Riyadh, maybe even 2 fights. Hearn has previously said he could see a 2-bout scenario, with one in London and one in Saudi Arabia.
Fury Dubois would be a decent fight too. Yeah, it is an interesting fight, that one. This used to have been issues with cross-platform fights, yeah, especially with Boxer. It's always a problem with them. Kind of like it used to be with PBC. Now they got nowhere to go, so PBC fighters are fighting everywhere. But I can see what Eddie's going on about in that article there, and like Eddie himself has said, Joshua's probably only got 2 or 3 fights left in him. So it'd be best idea to take the money grabs. I don't think the belts really matter at this point for Joshua. Sure, he'd like to get a belt for the 3rd time, but I think against Fury, I'm not so sure he could do it. He sure as shit ain't beaten Usyk. He's proved that twice. He could wait until after this Fury Usyk fight, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a WBO mandatory ordered once that fight's finished. If they don't do the mandatory, then Parker will get made full champion. There's a fight you could possibly win, AJ, and become a third-time world champion, as if you can manage to wait until Joseph Parker becomes full champion by email. You could get that fight. If Usyk wins, I think he would probably fight Parker rather than give up the belt. But then again, of course, we've got Dubois looming there with the IBF belt. They could push for a second undisputed fight, but whether the WBO would let it go with a special exemption, that's another question. It probably should. The WBO is usually the IBF who won't let it go. I don't know. I'd still like to see Joshua Miller. That's a fight I'd like to see. Yeah, Joshua Fury is another one I do want to see at some point, but whether it'll happen or not, I don't know. I don't think Joshua needs to fight Dubois again. Full stop. I don't want to see the poor guy face bashed in again. There ain't no way he's slowing down. Daniel Dubois. Yeah, Wilder coming back. I see the articles today as well. Apparently. Also, he's come out with excuses for his 2 losses against Zhang and Parker. He's saying he had a broken arm for both fights, but he didn't even know. So, you know, a bone break takes 6 to 8 weeks to heal, right? So let's just look. When was those 2 fights? Deontay Wilder, box streak. I'm sure there was more than 6 to 8 weeks between those fights. Okay, the first one was it 1st of July? Yeah. June. 1st of June was against Zhilei Zhang. And the fight before that was the 23rd of December. So that's over 6 months. If he had a broken arm and didn't even know it against Joseph Parker, well, you got to be pretty fucking dumb not to know you've not got a broken arm. Seriously, if it hurts, go see a doctor. Broken arms hurt. If that dude's got rocks in his head or some shit. But even after that, 6 months later, it wasn't healed? Huh? That's as bad as his little brother saying the autopsy proved that Fury cheated. Got new excuses. For every single loss of his career, he's got excuses. Dude. I mean, dude. How stupid you want to look. But who he's coming back against, I don't know, man. No, the glove was too heavy. Yeah, broken arm. That's who was it? G-Man dropped a video on it today. He quoted an article that I had a look at as well. So, fuck, this dude is everybody in Alabama as dumb as he is? Is that why he can say that shit and people believe him? I mean, seriously. Holy hell, how dumb do you think fans are? I got knocked out by Zhilei Zhang because a unicorn spun me around and then I didn't see the punch. I thought the ref was a unicorn. And I was looking at him go, wow, look at that unicorn. Yeah, fuck some dudes. I don't know, man. I don't know how people drink that Kool-Aid, man. Drink that Kool-Aid. Oh dear. But there's a few fighters that we haven't seen in action for a while that I need to see in action. You know, we want to see Ruiz and Miller, a rematch, but I don't think that'll help. Don't think that'll happen, sorry. Yeah, I want to see Fabio Woodley and Jared Anderson get it on. Come on. Let's go, Turkey. Martin Bacoli. Oh, no, he's got Edge Caviar. There's someone else. Who am I missing? Let me bring the rankings up. Refresh my memory. Ready. Results, rankings, official rankings. Alright. Tyson Fury. Michael Hunter has managed to squeeze his way up to number 3 with the WBA. That's got to be some kind of horseshit. Why don't he fight Linnea Pero? Michael Hunter, Linnea Pero. Let's get that. Makes sense for the rankings, for the WBA rankings anyway. Zhili Zhang, we need to see him in a fight soon. Lawrence Okoli, he's actually fighting somebody. When is he fighting somebody? He's moved up to heavyweight. And this one, I do remember talking to my mate about this. Lawrence Okoli is taking on Hussein Muhammad, who's 18-1. Most of y'all probably don't know who Hussein Muhammad is. 18-1. He's got 14 KOs. He's got 1 KO loss. Let's find that loss. Who was it to? 1 KO loss in the 3rd round in Germany against Zan Kasabutsky. Okay. We haven't seen Kasabutsky since he got disqualified against F.A. Jugba. I'm pretty disappointed about that because he looked like he had a lot of potential. Cruise control, Kasabutsky. So Hussein Muhammad, who else has he beaten? He beat Ali Kaidan. He's the guy that Hemio Hill knocked out in 1 round. But he got a UD over 8 over Ali Kaidan. Hussein Muhammad, this is. Silva, don't know who that dude is. Not worth mentioning because he was 34 and 18. So this dude's done all of his fights in Germany. Just scrolling down to make sure they are all in Germany. Yep. Hussein Muhammad has fought all of his fights exclusively in Germany, but he's going to be fighting Hussein Muhammad in the UK at Wembley Arena on the 27th of December. No, that can't be right. 7th of December. Yeah, my bad. 7th of December. Now this is going to be interesting, I think, because I just better check. I'm sure this guy's a big dude too. He's not a little heavyweight. He's not some cruiserweight coming up or some shit. Hussein Muhammad. Huh. That's his residence. He lives in London, but he's done all of his fighting in Germany today, up until this fight coming up. He's got an 82-inch reach. He's 6'5". And his last weight was 223.5. Oh, the weight before that, he was at cruiserweight, 190. Chris Billamsmith. Hey, no, what's going on here? What the fuck have I got here? Oh, it's Lawrence Okolie, you idiot. Nah, got the wrong dude. Let me click on the right dude. There we go. Hussein Muhammad. Yeah, 18-0, 14 KOs. He is German. Resides in Germany. Nationality is German. This doesn't say where he was born. Okay, so we're gonna reach. Oh, he's 38. Oh no, he's 33. He's 33 years old. 6'5". Okay, no reach. But I'm sure this guy's heavier. Let's look at his last two weights. Doesn't have a weight for his last fight against Ali Gaiden. 264 pounds against Zan Kosabutsky. 264.5. Before that he was 251.5. Before that he was 252.5. So it looks like between 250 and 260 is a standard weight. Oh, there's a 217. Oh no, that's his opponent. Oh, he fought Sinad Gashi as well. Yeah, he fought Sinad Gashi and that was a no contest. I think I saw that. Was it a cut? It might have been a cut. Oh, I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, it must. I'm pretty sure it was a cut. Gashi's been disqualified, but I don't think it can't have been that fight. Because a disqualification doesn't end up in that no contest. Denzel Bergmark, I know that name. Frank Blamel. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, what's his name? Lawrence Okolie ain't going to be able to grab hold of this dude and push him around because this dude's going to outweigh the shit out of him by 20 to 30 pounds. I don't know how much weight, if much, Lawrence Okolie will be putting on. But if he puts on too much weight, his body's not going to be used to it, and that's going to be a problem for him if it goes longer. He'll gas. So yeah, I think this will be interesting, just to get an idea of where Lawrence Okolie's going to pretty much stand at heavyweight. We'll get an idea. What's this? LDBC fans look up to him. They're on crack. Yeah, they all crack on right. Michael Hunter v. Okolie was on the cards. Yeah, I do want to see that rematch, but in all seriousness, if Martin Okolie wants a title fight, the IBF route's the best way to go to force a shot. But in saying that, Michael Hunter is ranked pretty highly in the WBA. He's number 3. Where's Martin Okolie? Michael Hunter plus a few. Oh, Martin Okolie's number 1. So if they do try and go the WBA route, Michael Hunter does make the most sense, and Ben Shalom could probably get the whole thing on his platform then, because Michael Hunter, I don't think he's actually attached to any promoter at the moment. Yeah, let me see. Michael Hunter. I've got anything listed. Michael Hunter Box Rec. Let's see if they've got a listed promoter on here. The last I heard he was with Triller, but that was a long time ago when he had that Jerry Forrest fight, which he actually lost. But they gave a draw. Right, what do we got here? Birthplace, residence. Got no listed promoter here, man. So I don't think Michael Hunter's hooked up to anybody. Ben Shalom could get that fight on, all on his dime, double dip the shit. Possibly sign Michael Hunter for a fight or two, but I don't know if Michael would take that, because who's he going to fight? Fraser Clark. That's all he's got. Ben Shalom, that's the only one worth mentioning. So, yeah, I'd like to see that fight, but I'd much rather see Cabial Bakoli. Or if if Bakoli doesn't want Cabial and he wants revenge on Hunter, go for it. Then Ajit Cabial could fight somebody else. Maybe a Joseph Parker if Daniel Dubois doesn't want that fight. And shit, maybe even Daniel Dubois for Ajit Cabial. Cabial definitely deserves a fight after his last two big wins. He's kind of in the same situation as Joseph Parker. Gets two big wins and seems people don't want to fight you because it's risk reward. Yeah. But I've wanted to see Parker beat Cabial for many years. Many years. I think that style matchup is juicy. Bakoli struggles sometimes, yeah. Yeah, well, he might have a slight reach advantage over this Muhammad, but he's gonna be pretty much the same height. I think Muhammad might have a power advantage, maybe. I mean, Bakoli can hit pretty hard with the straight right, but he's got to have space to do it. If he gets the space taken away from him, he's got no inside game, and that's why he's always grabbing and holding and cheating. So we'll see how it goes. The fight's in the UK. It'll be on the Boxer Dime. So if there's any home advantage it's going to go to Akoli, we'll see. But I think that's quite interesting, that fight. When was it? I didn't freaking look at the date. Did I? Michael Hunter, no, not Michael Hunter. Hussein Muhammad. Yeah, 7th of December, that's right. I shouldn't forget that. 2 days after my mother's birthday. Yeah, so that could be somewhat interesting, that one. I don't know what else is going on, really. You talk about something that's not heavyweight. So Keyshawn Davis knock out Gustavo Lemos over the weekend. Lemos hasn't been knocked out before. Richardson Hitchens fought him in a fight which I thought he lost, but they gave it to Hitchens. So Hitchens wants that Keyshawn Davis smoke now, but he wants wants it at 140. So you can call out a dude who's not in your division if that's stupid. I want to see Davis v Davis. Keyshawn Davis v Tank Davis. But what's the bet? You ain't gonna see Tank take that fight. Hell to the no. You know, another one I'd like to see is Andy Cruz and Keyshawn Davis. Now, Keyshawn and Andy have met many times in the amateurs. I think 3 times. And every time Andy's beaten him. But I think Keyshawn will be different in the pros. I think it'll be a much better fight in the pros. So that's one I'd like to see as well. But firstly, I'd like to see Tank step up and fight someone who actually matters instead of bringing up 130 pounders. Or, you know, you're in the 135 division. Fight the guys at 135. The decent guys. Not the nobodies. Tank's a clown. Absolute clown. Did you see Abdullah Mason v Josh Vasquez? No, I didn't. I saw the highlights of it afterwards. But I heard it was pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. I did see there was another upset. Camille Coe got stopped by, I can't remember the guy's name. Mexican dude, journeyman guy. Camille Coe was actually a pretty good amateur. So this is, I think it's light heavyweight. But Camille Coe got dropped 3 times and then stopped. I think it was the 9th round or something. Messed up my multi on that one. I should have paid more attention. I was in a hurry to make the bet, and Camille Coe was just a little booster, paying only $1.05. So you put $1 on and you get 5 cents profit. But after I'd made the bet, I thought about it. I've seen Camille Coe look not so great in the past. Why did I make that bet? And it was too late. But luckily, there was plenty of other options after that. So I lost a couple bucks on the weekend, but I still made more than I lost. So thank God for the rugby and the rugby league to save my ass. He was eating uppercuts all night. Okay, I'll have to go back and see if I can find a copy of that. Watch it. I saw highlights of that one fight. Yep. Yeah, well, there's still been some pretty entertainment boxing going around. There's been a few upsets here and there, just not on the heavyweight scene. Things are going pretty quiet. Seems everybody wants to get that Saudi money at the moment, so they're all working to get on a Riyadh card. And Riyadh season's almost over, and it seems like the Fury v Usyk card's pretty sorted already. So what will be will be. Wales lost to Fiji in rugby. Did they? Yeah, you got to watch those Fijians now that they've got a Super Rugby team that's playing the Fijian Drua down here. Their all-around game seems to be improving. It used to be that Fiji were always way better than Samoa, but I think you'll find it's the other way around now. That's how much they've improved in being involved in the professional circuit down here. So you just got to keep an eye on those Fijians. Especially if an international team goes to Fiji to play, look out, man. They are way more solid when they're at home too. Coupled with the fact that they're used to the hot, humid conditions in the islands all the time. Most other teams, unless they're other South Pacific island teams, aren't really used to it, even from New Zealand, because it's quite a bit cooler down here than it is up in Fiji. So, yeah. Oh, Mr. Hannibal B is in the house. Morning, chaps. Late joining. Busy morning, yeah. I understand how it is, bro. I've been pretty busy myself a lot lately, but didn't get paid, so I'm not going to work today. Fuck 'em. Not going to work until I get paid. For the last 2 weeks. God damn it. What's going on here? Very good, thanks. Talking amongst each other. Good on yous. Alright, Oh, just trying to think of any other decent fights off the top of my head. Already covered all the heavyweight stuff. What else did we watch on the weekend? Hannibal? Oh, Jaron Boots Innes went the distance with what's his name? Kieran Chukachian. Again, he did, however, put Chukachian down once. I actually picked Innes for the knockout this time. It was a 12-round decision last time around. I think it was 120-108 too. It's like Chukachian was there to survive, but survive he did this time as well, except he came to fight a bit more. And when he came to fight, he took a bit more damage as well. When he did go down, it was taking a knee because he was getting battered up against the ropes. I think it was around 5 or 6 or something like that. I thought Boots would wear him down and get him out of there, but he couldn't get him out of there. He's copping criticism again, but at the same time, it's probably a good thing for Boots. A lot of people won't fight him because they think he's so dangerous, and then they see him go the distance a second time with this guy, and they're, oh yeah, I'll fight that guy. Okay, let's fight him then. It was funny at the post-fight press conference. What's his name? Blair the Flair Cobbs was there. He was batting his mouth and flapping his lips, talking his shit as he usually does, trying to say he'll fight Boots next, and Eddie Hearns go, you don't deserve to fight him. I'll tell you what, you fight Kieran Chukachian and beat him, you can have the Boots fight. And Blair the Flair Cobbs wasn't so confident in then. He was still trying to change the subject back to something else. He doesn't want to fight Kieran Chukachian. And the fact of the matter is, you put Kieran Chukachian against most other welterweights in there, he'll probably beat them. He's quite underrated, I think. And the depth at 147 at the moment is pretty shallow. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Can Kieran Chukachian beat most other welterweights in the division? Or is it just the fact that Boots isn't quite that good? I saw the Boots in his fight. So, keep it well. Let's go. Oh, PCR. Right, yeah. What else have we seen recently? There's actually been some pretty good fights on that haven't been heavyweights. As per usual, myself and Hannibal and Tekaphobe are always on Discord on the weekends if there's boxing on. It's streaming. Y'all can come in and talk anytime. It's not usually recorded on YouTube, so yeah, it's pretty casual. Yeah, I haven't been that active on YouTube, but life's busy, and this has always been a hobby for me anyway. So don't rely on me for boxing news and whatnot like that. But when I'm on, feel free to come on and have a chat. If I've got recommendations for news, you know, there's guys like Ring IQ Boxing Talk. He's really good. Covers pretty much everything. Drops 2-3 videos a day. Does 3 or 4 lives a week. Does live coverage of fights too. But there's also G-Man Boxing. You know, Hatman Boxing. Counter Punch Boxing. The DBC Heavyweight Boxing, look it up, go and check it out. Yeah, there's plenty of sources. Of course, there's always Boxing Scene and Boxing 24/7 and the media sites, but I don't tend to like getting most of my information from those sites anymore, because a lot of the authors seem to have bias towards promoters or platforms, and they push this and that when the opinions don't seem right in a lot of cases to me. So I like to shop around, watch a few different videos here and there on the same subject, and then make my own determination from it. Obviously I'll read an article or two here and there when I want some hard facts like dates and money amounts and shit like that. But It is what it is, man. I'm always on the ball. I always know what's going on. It's just I don't put it all on YouTube all the time anymore. Blue blood. You're funny, man. Is he still actually? I used to troll around a lot of those LDBC channels just to see who's saying what and whatnot. But it seems most of them now, since Deontay Wilder got smashed over, since Errol Spence got smashed over, since what's that little fella, Stephen Fulton got smashed over. Seems they're doing content about other shit now, not so much boxing. Why? The clickbait train's over. That's why. Now you got to talk about real boxing, with real boxers fighting real boxers on real platforms. We don't want to do that. We'll fucking make up some bullshit about life coaching crap and shit. You see what 78 Sports TV is doing now? Oh man, it's crazy. These crybaby bitches that weren't really in it for the boxing, they were in it for, I'm supporting a fighter because I'm the same race as him. That's just racism is all it is. I used to troll there too. Yeah. What happened to the PBC? What happened to the LDBC? What happened? The lions turned into pussycats. Anyways, team. What else we got? Anything else we'd like to have a yarn about? I see Eddie proposed a 5v5 with Oscar De La Hoya. What did he want? Jai Opetaia and Zerto was one of them. That was the one that Oscar clapped back with nope. Nope, we're not having that. Oh fuck, he's fighting this weekend, isn't he? Zerto. What's his name? Gilberto. Gilberto Ramirez. Is that red season Mexico card, Hispanic card on this weekend? Is that this weekend? It is Saturday the 16th. It is this weekend. Alright. It doesn't have listed media. It'll be on the zone though. Why is that not on there? Okay, we've got Zerto is fighting Chris Billam-Smith. Oh, that's right. So this will be worth a look, this fight. I think Zerto will outpoint him, to be honest. It's interesting, Zerto used to be come forward pressure guy, but that was way down at what, he fought down at 154 at one point, didn't he? That's crazy how that dude could cut weight like that. I think it was 154. Let me scroll down here. 170 something. Yeah, it's 168 fights. 167. Alright, he fought at middleweight, 160. Was that the lowest he went? I thought he went 154 as well. 158. 159. I'm sure he started down at 154. 161. Maybe started at middleweight, yeah. 165 was his first fight. But he did have a couple of fights there at 160 as well. I saw one there. Okay, now he's gone He went through 168. He went through 175 and took his first loss there to Dmitry Bivol. Now he's up at 175 and he's already a champion. So who did he beat for that? He beat Joe Smith Juice. There it is. Arsen Gulumarian. He beats by decision. So yeah, he used to be a come forward pressure guy. But now that the guys are the same size as him, he's successfully managed to turn himself into a boxer. Stick behind his jab. Don't sit on all your shots. Use your feet. Keep the volume going. And that's going to be a problem for Chris Billam-Smith, I think. Chris Billam-Smith likes to be inside. He's not the greatest on the outside. But problem is, we know very well that if it goes inside, Zurdo does have an inside game, but if he can keep it long, do his boxing from the outside, I don't think Chris Billam-Smith's got much of a shot, unless he lands a lucky shot. So, it is what it is, but that's an interesting fight, and from what I remember, there's some other pretty good fights on here. What else have we got? Jose Ramirez, taking on Arnold Barboza. That's a good fight too. That's at super lightweight. What else is on this card? We've got William Zepeda. He'll be taking on Tevin Farmer. Oh, what are you doing? Tevin Farmer, what are you doing? It's gonna fuck you up, bro. He's going to buzzsaw you into the ground is what he's going to do to you. God damn. Why did you take that fight? That's a lightweight. What else is on here? Oscar Collazo, 10-0. 12-round fight against... Oh, damn these names. Thanmanon? I don't know how to say it. Thanmanon Niamotong? Oh, fuck. It's Niymtrong. I don't know how to say that. He's 25-0, so that's another good fight there. That's for the WBO World Minimum Weight title. Okay, so I don't know these dudes. Minimum weight. I've heard of Oscar Collazo though. Oscar Duarte. Okay, he's 27-2 with one draw. He's taking on... Oh, damn names. Botizathon Akhmedov. I know that name. He's 10-3. That's going to be a super light as well. All these fights are 12 rounds so far. Zined Almayov. I don't know this dude. Almayaouf. Almayov. Oh, fuck, I don't know. He's 6-0. This one's only a 6-rounder. And he's taking on Juan Carlos Ramirez. He is 5-6. Yeah. Man, that's a filler fight at the bottom. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 12-round fights on this card. 3 of those are title fights. And the one that's a 12-round fight that isn't a title fight is Barboza v Jose Ramirez. So we'll see what happens with that. But that's on this weekend, so there's something for all round fans to watch. It's good. Alright, what we got back in the chat over here? There's the troll there too. Okay, sweet. Alright, that's about my hour chewed up. Well, it's not quite an hour yet. Oh, it's an hour. Shit, it'll be 2 hours and 20 minutes. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this off, I suppose. But good to see y'all. Blackout popped in, and Phil Carl Roberts and Hannibal. Y'all reliables. Good to see you in, boys. I'll catch you all over at Discord at some point. And yeah, don't forget, team, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon for future notifications. I used to have a subscribe GIF on my thing, but it's gone. I have to do some work on my stream setup. I haven't really looked at it for quite some time. But anyways, fellas, good chatting to y'all. I'll catch y'all next time. And be safe. See you.